Climbing back onto the chair, he opened the hatch again. Slowly. Quietly. He peered out. No one. He lifted the hatch and rotated it carefully on its hinges to lie flat on the deck. Pulling himself up through the opening, he lay prone near the bow. The coolness of the storm awakened his senses. A teak deck was beneath him, not well cared for, darkness off the starboard side. A curtain of rain approaching. The deck was clear around him. No one on the bridge above the deck. That was puzzling. Rolling onto his back, he paused under the deluge and allowed the sweet liquid to stream into his mouth. Thirst barely slaked, he turned again to his stomach and slithered across the deck to the starboard edge of the bow. The wind now lashed his wet body. He shivered, staring into the night, allowing his eyes to adjust again. The squall passed, and he again spotted a tree line of palms silhouetted against the moonlit sky. A dark, fleeting promise. A noise. More shouting. Looking back, he saw a figure climb out onto the side of the boat. The man was perched on the narrow catwalk that gave access to the bow from the stern cockpit. He was maybe 8 or 10 meters away, clinging to the rail mounted on the main cabin as the boat rolled under him. His attention was still fully towards the stern. Adrenaline shot through Ben as he inched closer to the starboard edge of the bow, willing himself to be a shadow. On both sides of the bow, stainless steel posts were linked with a safety line. Grabbing the cable, Ben swung himself over the side with the roll of the boat. He hung for a moment, suspended above the sea. He glanced at the silhouette of the man against lights from the stern. A searchlight pointed in the water behind the boat. The man's back was still turned to Ben. Ben looked down at the black waters below. Large, deep breaths. Each time the boat tipped, his feet dipped beneath the waves. On the third tip, he released his grip, slipping below the surface noiselessly. As he surfaced in the warm water, he heard the man on deck shouting in Arabic at someone in the water at the stern. "Cut the rope!" There was an answering shout from the water that was lost in the roar of rain. Ben kept to the shadow of the bow rocking above him. Point of no return. He was committed. He couldn't climb back onto the boat from here. After an eternal minute, the man scrambled back into the stern cockpit. Ben slipped below the water. The comforting warmth of the sea closed over him. He relaxed, momentarily revived. This is my element. He felt the vastness of the ocean all around. He kicked off his trainers. Sharp barnacles scored his feet as he pushed away from the hull. Moving beneath the surface, with regular, strong strokes, he distanced himself from the threat of his captors. After 30 meters, his lungs began to strain, craving air. But his resolve was stronger. Pressing down the panic, he persisted, stroke by stroke. Finally, he broke the surface, gasping for air. He turned, face low in the water, treading in place so he could assess what lay behind. Through the rain, he spotted a flickering glow in the forward cabin. He made out 4 men at the stern. They haven't noticed the fire yet. The men were shouting at a 5th person in the water near the propeller shaft. Ben turned again towards the distant and now barely visible silhouette of land. He pressed on through the encircling darkness. The ocean depths below and the black heavens above allowed him to relax and focus his will on essentials.